Yo, 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 yo. What the fuck is up, Fah fans? It's your man 3K the Boss, aka Mr. Two Hands Up. Fah Fah. You already know what it is. Dang, man. I was gonna try this whole thing where it's like, this whole like trying not to use profane language for 2 minutes so I don't get demonetized. Well, I guess I already messed that up. I guess I already messed that up. Well, hopefully they didn't catch that first F word that flew out of my mouth. Just somebody let me know when the 2 minute mark is. I don't think I'm gonna be really good at this. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody this morning. Sorry y'all missed me yesterday. I had a bunch of cars at the shop I had to mess with. So I had to roll out this joint early. Shit, I still gotta go back over there and go pick up this Tesla. But yeah, man, let's do it, man. I got a little bit of time, man. So let's make this shit worthwhile, man. So shout out to shout out to Jake Paul, Mr. 4-0, and shout out to Tyron Woodley's, you know what I'm saying, up and coming tramp stamp that says I love Jake Paul on it, because apparently, people are willing to sell their souls for a rematch. Even though I thought the tattoo was something they already agreed on, but apparently Tyron Woodley, which, come on, man, like, either one of these dudes getting a tattoo, I would never take nothing like that serious anyway. But my whole thing is, when you shake your hand on a bet is a bet. Shout out to George, the Soul Survivor Reborn. Appreciate you with the super chat, my brother. He says, good morning, Takashi, 6'9", hands up. Oh, man. Too funny. James Jamieson, salute. So, yeah, man, I felt like, the undercard was, wasn't bad. I mean, like, regardless of who was on it, you know what I'm saying? The fights weren't like fluff or nothing like that. I mean, the fights were pretty decent or whatever. When it got to the main event or whatever, like, you could just see. This just goes back to exactly what I was saying on I believe it was Sunday morning. I said, yo, I don't care if you take 3 years and you so-called train to be a fighter or nah. Like, bro, let's be serious, bro. We just watched Jake Paul. We just watched Jake Paul in the ring on Sunday. Well, some of us did. I know I did. And he's no fighter. Now, did I see him, use some of the things that he learned in the ring, like trying to, misdirect and trap him in a setup and come back with the right hand? Yeah, I saw him do a couple of things like that. So you can tell he's learning a couple of things from boxing. I feel like you could see where the experience differentiated from their boxing experience, because Tyron Woodley, like, bro, that was like, okay, let's be serious here. That was a god-awful main event spectacle. I don't know how many, I don't know who didn't stab their eyes out of their head, because that would probably be less painful than the viewership. I promise you that. I promise you that, because for the life of me, I'm trying to figure out, like, what is this dude doing? I'm like, okay, you catch him. You called him. The referee didn't call it a knockdown, and you just start running up on this man, but you not like winging no punches. Like, is this dude, what's wrong with Tyron Woodley, man? Somebody please tell me. So, like, help me understand what's wrong with this kid, man. What is wrong with this kid where he just he refuses to throw a collective of more than 6 punches? But hey, man, that's for another story. I'm not here to romanticize on, the theories on how Tyron Woodley fights, what he does do or what he doesn't do. I just felt like, it definitely was a success. I will say that. That's what I wanted to ask. How does everybody feel knowing that Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley can put together 16,000 plus asses in seats and pretty much have the whole arena filled from the time Tommy Fury is fighting? That's a joke all in its own. And Tank Davis can't even do that. Tank Davis can't even do that. We know Teofimo can't do that. Man. And I'm hearing, if Tyron Woodley gets this tattoo, there will be a rematch. So all I have to say about all of this is, boxing took did boxing take a L this weekend? Did it? I'm really confused. Like, I'm really confused. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to figure out if boxing took a L or there was a win. Like, did Amanda Serrano get a dub this weekend? I mean, we know she got a dub, but Was that event a win? Like, come on, man. Like, was this a dub this weekend or was it an L? I need to know. As far as success of the event, promotion, dub. But was this an L this week? Did the totality of the boxing world take an L this weekend? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I kind of think that they did. I kind of think that Jake Paul is about to be a lot of people's boss. Jake Paul is about to be a lot of people's boss. He damn sure was Tommy Fury boss this weekend. He damn sure was Amanda Serrano boss this weekend. He damn sure was Montana Love boss this weekend. He damn sure was Ivan Barancik boss this weekend. I'm starting to feel like Jake Paul is about to be a lot of fighters' bosses. I told y'all, get ready for it. It's coming. Get ready. It's about to happen. The nerds are swinging in full force. When I said Sunday, get ready for the revenge of the nerds. Get ready because it's coming. Toby Bartlett felt like boxing definitely took an L this weekend. Boxing damn sure took an L this weekend. And Jake Paul's walking out of this situation about to be somebody's pappy. I'm letting you sons of bitches know this right now. Jake Paul is about to walk out of this situation, and he's about to be somebody's pappy. Salute to the queen. All the constables in the building. Shout out to the whole Harlem, though. It's a Harlem to the DMV ting. It's a Harlem to the DMV ting. Yo, Jake Paul beat a pappy of a lot of people's. There's about to be a lot of financial cliffhanging going on here from Jake Paul's pockets. I hope you guys are ready. Because he's proven, and his brother has proven, that clearly they are a marketing success. They have proven that you can play boxing. Oh my God. I'm done. Like, yo, I will never say out of my mouth again. I will cut my tongue out of my mouth before I say, you can't play boxing. Because as of this weekend, I just got to see two individuals, real life, play boxing. And oh my God, I am in pain. My ribs are sore. My muscles fucking hurt. I feel like I got jumped. Maybe that was from the workout last night, but I still feel like I got jumped. I got jumped by the nerds. I got jumped by this freaking weird punch-drunk culture of freaking internet boxing, because that's what it is. It's a bunch of internet Fah Fah Fah. It's a bunch of internet Fah Fah Fah. Like this, like, yo, Jake Paul beat a pappy. Matter of fact, that should have been the headline of this show. Jake Paul beat boxing's pappy. The only person that ain't hanging around waiting for Jake Paul to hand out Christmas presents, that isn't sad when Jake Paul doesn't pull up to take him to the park to spend time with daddy. The only people that aren't sad is Canelo, Manny Pacquiao, and Anthony Joshua. But oh, to the rest of you dudes, Jake Paul beat a pappy. Yeah. And it's an unfortunate series of events. Like, yo, I need a Tyron Woodley to come out of that ting with a win, man. Not for my ego. Anybody that tuned in, did you see how Dave Chappelle was going crazy when Tyron Woodley caught him with the left and the right hand? Even Dave Chappelle, one of the most beloved comedians on this planet, even he understands. Even he knows that Jake Paul needed to go down. He was out that joint out of his seats. Like, this is muscular Dave Chappelle we're talking about now. Muscles flexed, rooting, cheering, I could hear him screaming over the goddamn intercom. He was hoping that Tyron Woodley could save face for a fucking deflated sport. And a lot of people are going to be mad that I'm saying this shit. A lot of people are going to be mad that I'm saying it. And you want to know why that is? Because they don't want to identify what the truth really is. And I think it's really starting to get to the point to where we really need to start having the conversation. Is the practice machismo thrown out the window? Not saying in the UK, but all of this shit has to work with America. So, is the practice of boxing dead, and is video gamers versus video gamers, or is video gamers versus social media, I'm gonna make an ass out of myself, entertainer, the new wave of entertainment? Is it? Reaper Gang Radio, we have a rainbow coalition. And I'm watching. I'm surveying the landscape like a hawk looking for prey. And I'm over here looking at this shit like, man, I just watched Manny Pacquiao fight this weekend. He could barely make what? Manny Pacquiao didn't even break 350K pay-per-view buys, did he, guys? Can somebody answer that question for me? How many pay-per-view buys did Manny Pacquiao do against a very, very live dog of an opponent? Manny Pacquiao. Let me say it again if it's not registering. Manny Pacquiao. How many pay-per-views? And that's literally boxing's like go-to when everything else fails. You can always count on Manny Pacquiao, or at the time Floyd, or you can count on Canelo to save the day for all of, the bullshit events that happen in boxing. And of course, Anthony Joshua as well. But speaking to the American market, how many pay-per-view buys did Manny Pacquiao versus Denis Ugas do? And to be perfectly honest, the opponent shouldn't have mattered, because as boxers, we should be savvy enough to know that, okay, well, yeah, Errol Spence isn't there, but there's still a live dog there. There still was a live dog there. I made it very clear it wasn't no cakewalk, and it was going to be tough. But what I'm saying is, are we at the point now that we can truly just go ahead and honor the fact that boxing is in a state of emergency? Because I don't think people really get it, bro. Let's do it like this. If Teofimo Lopez was to fight, even if don't matter. I'm not really thinking of an opponent here, but if Teofimo Lopez was to fight and Jake Paul just showed up and said, hey, I want to fucking fight today, he's going to be the co-main event. Tank Davis he would be the co-main event to Jake Paul. Realistically. Even though Mayweather wouldn't want to promote it like that, of course they wouldn't promote him like that because their whole sell is trying to make him look like a star. But realistically, if we're talking men line, women line, numbers don't, right? Wouldn't fucking Tank be under the wings of Jake Paul like a 4-piece dinner with some fried rice? I'm just saying. 250K. Shout out to George, man. So 250K. Abysmal! A fucking abysmal! Come on! 250,000 pay-per-view buys for a Manny Pacquiao fight against a young live dog, compared to Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley selling 16,000 seats. I'm sure they did over 250,000 pay-per-view buys. I bought the event. I ain't gonna lie. I bought it. And the thing is, I know a lot of other motherfuckers that bought it too. And I know the energy that's surrounded on this thing. And like I said, they dropped this shit on a Sunday. What the fuck is everybody doing on a Sunday? What the fuck do you have to compete with on a Sunday? It's preseason right now. What do you have to compete with on a Sunday night? Nothing. It's primetime viewership for people to be like, okay, I can just go ahead and tune into this shit. once again. So a lot of your favorite fighters, or a lot of the fighters that you know we want to champion for, that should have a certain successful trajectory, excuse me, of an uptick in sales. Because when you take on a fighter, you are supposed to, you know, be looking down the road at the type of successes that he could have. You project his numbers now, and then you project his numbers down the road, and then you start, you know, of course, navigating and trailblazing his path to success and your financial success. And I mean, yeah, man, like, I don't think people are understanding the magnitude of what it means to be like, yo, Jake Paul and Logan Paul can just move through boxing, and they can literally just, you know, knock you off the board. Get the fuck out of the way, pawn. Get out of the way, knight. Move out the way, rook. This is weird. And this is why I was speaking of what I was speaking of on Sunday, because I wanted to prepare you guys mentally, and I realistically wanted to prepare you guys for what could potentially be, you know what I'm saying, like unwavering circumstances in, you know, the world of boxing. And this is something that realistically that a lot of people are going to have to deal with. You're going to have to deal with sharing your viewership with the nerds. You're going to have to deal once again. And once again, I must say, when I say nerds, don't mean the people that like the game or read, or, you know, you're intellectually superior or anything of that nature, high IQ'd individuals. Nah, y'all ain't nerds. Y'all cool motherfuckers. I'm speaking to the goofy shit. Because as I always tell my daughter, I was like, the coolest thing to be in the world is a nerd, because them are the ones that always end up rich, driving the nicest shit, having the nicest shit. So, hey. This is no disrespect to the nerds, but this is simply a disrespect to the goofy shit. And yeah, now there has been a door kicked open, and it has been a proven pay-per-view model that has been proven time and time again that we can have success with this thing. You know, the fighters underneath, they're building you up they're building you up. They're putting on great fights because they're fighters. And then you get the fucking Jake Paul. And don't get me started on this guy's physique. Don't even get me started on this guy's physique. His fucking gut looked like a fucking warm bowl of potato salad. Don't even get me started there. This dude has no definition to his body whatsoever. No tone, none of that shit. It's like, bro, that's the definition of playing boxing. Playing boxing. Come on, Reaper Gang. That quote can no longer be used and will no longer suffice. That shit is no longer acceptable here. And if anybody uses that shit and they think that they have some type of fucking alpha leg to stand on, just know that, yo, we pissing all over that shit like dogs in the fire hydrant. Because did we not just witness that shit once again this weekend? Man, for the love of God, I cannot believe this is the shit that I went, like, yo, crash course. From the time that I started this shit up until now, my very first video, I was yelling in frustration, was aggravated, and the direction boxing was moving in. So I felt like I should give my frustration to the world, because it isn't being echoed loud enough to where people are hearing that this dude Deontay is a fraud. Well, we all know that fucking Jake Paul is a fraud. So basically what I'm saying is, from the time that I've started this thing, Mr. Two Hands Up now, Reaper Gang Radio, from the time that I started this thing up until now, 2.5 years collective, we're going to be going on the third year of us doing this shit together. I've not seen anything get better. And I would like to honestly ask you guys, from the time that I've started this, because a lot of you guys are my day one subscribers, and the likes of you that called on late, you can answer as well. Has things been getting better or drastically getting worse? The conversations are getting worse. The fights are getting worse. Is this just, hey man, is this just today's times? I mean, is this the time that we're living in? Is this what I should be expecting? Things to continuously get fucking worse for fucking professional fighters and things to get better for social media? I mean, social influencers? Is that what this is about? Fuck it. That's what it is. Like, this isn't getting better. This is getting worse. Boxing has a new pappy. And his name is Jake Paul. No. Let me go ahead and run that back. Boxing has a new pappy. And his name is Jake Paul and mixed martial artist. Because here's what people aren't getting. Yo, there's always going to be a market for mixed martial artists coming over, fighting social influencers, or influencers as you would like to call them, fighting, fucking, professional boxers, whatever the case. And all of that shit is foo-foo. All of it's foo-foo. And it's always going to be an accepted norm because both fucking audiences want to see what's going to take place. Well, all three audiences, I should say. Mainly the mixed martial arts and the social media audience want to see what's going to take place between these goofies, man. The boxing fans, we know what's going to happen. Look, man, the only person that's got good enough motherfucking hands that actually did a service to boxing, who I would have always loved to see box years ahead of when he did it, not against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., but at least he's a real boxer. No, or no, is he not? No. My bad. No, is he? No, is he? No. Anderson Silva, he went out there and performed as a 40-year-old man in the sweet science as a fucking boxer supposed to. Tyron Woodley couldn't perform on that level because he don't have the hands. He don't respect the craft. Canelo even got up on the ropes, had to congratulate the OG for his performance because he went out there and he took the fuck off on that Smurf. Took off on him. Whose father is a fucking, no debate, legend in the game. He took off on it. And he made us as boxing fans. And he made fellow boxers proud. You got to salute that shit when you're going about it the right way. He's the dude, if you looked at him in mixed martial arts, you could always tell he's really with the shits. But what I'm saying is, the market is always going to be available for this shit because it's a business model that has been proven to work time and time again. So I think this is just going to continue to get worse. I think the fan base of boxing, and I'm going to use a zennial fucking term that I fucking can't stand. Toxic. Because anytime you're scared of something or you don't like something or you're trying to cancel something, you call it toxic. So you motherfuckers, you fucking herbs, you're toxic. You're toxic to the well-being of boxing. You're toxic to the practice of boxing. You're toxic to freaking the success of, great fights going forward. Your dudes, you boxing dudes, are freaking officially underclass dudes. You guys are freaking co-main to fucking y'all niggas, oh my God, bro. They had to allow it. We can be as mad as Showtime all we want. We can be as mad as Eddie Hearn all we want. But they had to allow it. Because they ain't getting Eddie getting money. But as far as the American market is concerned, niggas ain't getting no money. They ain't getting no money. So they had to allow it. Oh man, look, this bitch ass nigga over here is acting like a bitch ass nigga. This bitch ass nigga over here is acting like a bitch ass nigga. We can't get this motherfucker to fight this motherfucker. We can't get that motherfucker to fight this motherfucker. Well, Jake Paul's been training. Oh my God. Well, Jake Paul has been training. Come on. Come on. Come on. You really didn't. If we want to be honest, Showtime started it. Showtime started it with Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. So I'm not going to say Eddie Hearn started it. Like, yo, them dudes. Oh, if hindsight is only 2020, man. Those dudes saw. They like, look, man. Any person that's in boxing or is, you know, dealing with the numbers or whatever, you could see the windfall. You could see the windfall in the sport. You could be like, man, if we just look from freaking the early 2000s up into now, ouch. Financial, ouch. Finances, Look at how they living. Look at how they living when it come to dealing with these boxers. Oh my God, they welcoming the Jake Pauls, the Logan Pauls, the fucking the KSIs and all of the dudes through the front door. Cause they like, look, we don't even have to question if these guys are gonna fill up a seat. So what you guys have complained about and what we have bitched about is now gonna be a thing. Get ready for it. Once again, the conversations aren't going to get better, guys. They're only going to get worse. So let me look at some of these. Let me look at some of these comments. Shout out to JD. Salute. He says 2 ends, it always gets worse before the situation gets better. This can be America's downfall for a while, but it'll bloom again. It's just unfortunate for us, though. It's beyond unfortunate. I'm fucking cringing. Like I stated, my body hurts. I feel like I got jumped. I feel like I fell down fucking 50 flights of fucking stairs only to fall. And the rest of the boxing world at Jake Paul's feet. I fell down 50 flights of stairs just to fall at Jake Paul's feet. It fucking hurts. You know, like there's the situation has to get worse before it gets better. But then there's, well, fuck. We could just drop a nuclear bomb on this bitch and it'll never get better. It's about as equivalent to a nuclear holocaust in American boxing. Because these dudes will never share the same space in the ring. They will never share the same type of stardom. They will never get advertised within the same way that those guys get advertised. It's a conflict of interest. And are boxers really interesting? Have they been interesting lately? Because I know what? A lot of y'all motherfuckers ain't really been interested. It's bad, man. It's really fucking bad. And it's truly unfortunate that it has to be this way. But hey, man, when you go so long avoiding fights, not making fights, feeling like because you got Floyd, y'all getting so much money over here, you can ignore the rest of the world. And see, that's the one thing that's wrong with some people, man. They hang on to one guy and let that guy dictate, you know, the vibes for entire decades to come. Like, yo, like, yo, you got to have somebody to fill that void. So now at the end of the day, you know, we've realized that, look, man, since Floyd has left, there's been a major hole. And, you know, Canelo's filling it. Anthony Josh was filling it. But I mean, look, those dudes don't have a problem with fucking making fights. It's the other dudes that are supposed to be climbing up into that atmosphere or wanting to be welcomed within that atmosphere that are missing it. Hold on, man. My shit just went haywire. I'm going to have to back out and come back. All right, we're back. Problem solved. Okay, so yeah. Speaking to JD's optimism, like, look, man, I know we love this sport. I'm the. I don't want to say that. How do I want to put this? Speaking of JD's optimism, I'm an optimist as well, and I want things to get better as well. I want things to work out as well. I want things to get I want things to go from getting drastically better from being drastically worse. But it's like, what the fuck? It's like, how are we gonna get the climb back, man? Like, when does the climb back start to occur? Is it ever gonna occur? You got little guys that ain't even really selling shit. Their mind's already that they can do whatever the hell they want. So I'm just saying, there's a very big disconnect from, you know what I'm saying, driving us back to the prominence that boxing was at, to the social media, Google interior decorations on the first floor, to the super goofy shit, to the fucking Jake Pauls, to the I'm telling you, bro, this shit is about, like, yo, get ready for weird press conferences. Get ready for weird press conferences, and get ready for a whole bunch of other weird shit to go right along with it, man. Right along with it. And I just don't know how we get back here. I don't know how we get back to where we all can say, no matter what the fuck we're watching or whatever we visualizing, it's gonna be up to par. It's gonna be up to the greats that have trailblazed before us standards. It's just gonna be up to, you know, just a visual interpretation of boxing excellence, that type of standard. Like, how do we get back there? Because when you got shit like this continuously going on, and now you've shown that, like, once again, that it's working and it's going to continue to work. Oh man, did y'all see how many kids were out there? Kids! I do believe school started this week, didn't it? School starts today. Today. What was it? Yeah, today. Yeah, school started today. I know damn well school started today. Yeah, well, here, school started today. There's mad kids out there, man. It was mad kids out there, man. And they was saluting the Jake Pauls. But one thing I can speak to what Jake Paul got going on, casual fans, come on, bring them in. I'm more than welcome, casual fans. More eyes on boxing, the better. One thing that I saw, the guys underneath, like the Montana Love stoppage, things of that nature, you saw the fans that don't know shit about boxing and the kids that saw them ice these dudes. You saw them getting love. You saw them wanting to take pictures. You saw them wanting to get autographs from them and things of that nature. So could that help? I don't know. Could it? But, like, yo, these events are fucking boring, dude. These events are boring, dude. Like nobody's talking about the fact that the fight was straight ass. 100% hot dumpster ass juice. Nobody's talking about that. They just talking about, you know what I'm saying, the event. How much it sold. What's going on. The success. What's Jake Paul gonna do next? Dun, dun, dun. Like, that's the only focus. So, once again, man, I'm... Like I said, 2.5+ years in this shit talking boxing, man, and I have not seen things get better. I've seen it get drastically worse. There is nobody can tell me any different. I can go back and look at all of my videos up until to now, bitching on that one, bitching on that one. Like, yo, how many fucking videos do we actually bigging up somebody? And like, for real, I kind of feel bad about that. I really do. Like, I really feel bad that I don't big up a lot of boxers. I do. Do I respect what they do? Absolutely. Am I highly invested in what they do? Absolutely. Do I want the best for them? Absolutely. But can I big them up? Fuck no. And why is that? Because they bring nothing to the table that should be bigged up. Am I lying? Like, if you're constantly doing lame shit and you're constantly fighting lame opponents, like, what am I supposed to do? Lie to y'all? Nope, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Got this weird thing that's going on with my channel now. And it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck YouTube is doing. I don't know how these algorithms work or whatever, but I swear to God, for a person that gets a lot of love, It seems like my channel gets a lot of hate. I'm talking about from the algorithms. But that's here nor there. I care less. I'm just saying, weird stuff happens to those people who like to speak the truth. And honestly, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It really fucks me up because when I started doing it, you know, I tried to make it a point to be very, very clean cut and dry with the whole, like, you know what I'm saying, coming with a 4K camera setup, you know what I'm saying, making sure that I spoke on just like sports casting, like just broadcasting for the fighters in the sport or whatever. But at the end of the day, all of those fighters did nothing for me. They did nothing for y'all. So you're responsible for your own creations. If that makes any sense. They created these media monsters. They created this social media monster where it's just like, yo, it's like, oh, respect the fighter. Oh, they're fighters. They deserve more respect than that. For fucking what? For what? What the fuck should I be giving your favorite fighter more respect for? Why? Why should I care? Why should I not speak the truth and be proud and walk tall in the truth that I'm speaking? Because y'all fucking suck. You fucking suck. So, if you're mad at my interpretations on what I see when it comes from the boxing world, and when I speak on this super duper goofy shit, and you want me to change, and you wanted to get back to just checking the boxes, the X's and the O's, sticking to the playbook. Well, I don't have that fucking problem with football. I don't have that problem with basketball. God damn it, I don't think people have that problem with baseball. Shit, I don't even think motherfuckers had that problem with badminton. And I know damn well niggas don't have that problem with American soccer and European football. It only falls on y'all dummies. Y'all fucking idiots. So, you don't want me to talk bad about the fighter? You don't want me to talk bad about the fighter? Well, tell them motherfuckers to get up and do something. It's like the lazy fucking 45-year-old guy who fucking lives in his auntie's fucking basement, playing video games all day, content with how he lives. And you know he ain't never gonna be shit. Well, boxing is that 45-year-old dude on the PlayStation. So guess what? If you don't like the way two hands and some other people are hurting your wee little feelings, change it. Because guess what? At this point, y'all motherfuckers is going to be getting dragged by me left and right. I will be the diabolical hater. I will be that diabolical hater that is absolutely very necessary to boxing. Because until I start saying something wrong, until the day people stop listening, well, even if they stop listening, I'm still going to be bitching. But that's another point. Until the day that changes, I'm going to be the diabolical hater that you guys just can't stomach or stand. Well, guess what? You better get some Mylanta. Because I'm not changing, I'm not stopping shit. Because there's a method in my madness. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when the truth hurts, better feet follow. But when it don't hurt, when you just like, man, I love this fighter, or you want motherfuckers, or you got the Amanda Serranos or the Clarissa Shields of the world and shit like that, wanting you to suck their whole asshole, suck the farts out of their ass, knowing damn well them shit smell like motherfucking sweaty Furbies and shit. I don't even know why the fuck I just said sweaty Furbies. I don't even know what a sweaty Furby smells like. I don't even know if a Furby can even sweat. It just sounded good. And it sounded really raunchy. So I said it, okay? There, you have it. Coming at my mans all crazy because they want him to kiss ass. Oh, hell no. No. Stay in your place, Mitches. Stay in your place. If y'all want goofball journalism with people hanging on you, sucking this fucking Furby sweat out your ass. Fucking my talk. Then goddamn it, Go over to the LDBC. They will be more than happy to oblige you with all of the, the all you deserve. But over here, we ain't gonna do that. And other people with integrity, they're not gonna do it. But apparently the whole boxing world wants us to jump on board with the fact that, hey man, we doing this soft tier shit. We doing this easy shit. We doing this we doing this elementary preschool motherfucking hopscotch on in the middle of chalk squares type shit. Y'all just supposed to love it because we getting money. This is the easiest 150K, 350K if I'm speaking in the realms of a Clarissa Shields. Amanda Serrano, maybe 50K. You guys should embrace the fact that we're getting paid. Embrace it. Own it. Love it. We're getting paid. So you should lie for us. I would rather cut my tongue out, be a fucking eunuch, walk around this bitch like the bald-headed nigga off Game of Thrones before I do some shit like that. Oh yeah. I'd rather live without a dick and balls before I lie for one of you motherfuckers. On God. On God. But this is what it's supposed to be, right? Shout out to George with the $10 super chat, man. He says the thing to me is Ryan Garcia and the Paul Bros had the right idea when it came to getting exposure through social media. But when they step up and get a little beat up retirement, mental health. Oh, yeah, by the way, for all of you Jake Paul fans, I heard he's officially going into retirement today. 4-0 and Box Rec, ESPN. Y'all motherfuckers want to rank these dudes. Y'all want to take look, man. When I think about the worst, the better, it's hard for me to think about the better when I'm visualizing the worst and it's worsening. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, I just witnessed Jake Paul be considered to have a 4-0 ranking over fighting the first African-American hobbit that was cast in the Netflix new fucking Lord of the Rings special and and Nate Ross. If you don't know that, you know the first African-American hobbit that is taken to the Lord of the Rings lore to champion for the SJWs, Nate Robinson, has been hired for the Netflix Lord of the Rings. Let me just stop talking shit. I'm really good at talking shit. It's just bad. It's bad. We got the spokesperson for mental health here, Brandon Marshall. Not Brandon Marshall. Ryan Garcia. And we've got, a 4-0 fighter who's retiring. 3 years, taking this shit serious, gonna be taking on Canelo, retiring. So what is any different than what Jake Paul just did than what American boxers do on a consistent basis? It's nothing any different. Say they're gonna fight this person and not do it. Say they're gonna live up to their name in the sport, don't do it, and then just walk away with a check. God damn it, I think the kid's got it. The kid's kind of smart if you ask me. He took advantage of what was already a fucking deflated market. He took advantage of what was already a fucking practice that was failing. And he's capitalizing. And all I hear is fucking fighters upset. Then you got the fighters that are getting paid that are just loving this guy. Well, guess what? If you are as mad as you say you are, get up and do something about it. It costs you nothing. Pay a nigga no mind.